Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Kong Zhaojian, the righteous intendant of the Hedong province, or Hedong circuit, I suppose should say. Now, in that last episode, a lot of stuff happened. For one, we had a rebellion break out in the Hedong province while our predecessor was the intendant, a predecessor who kept his troops back at the capital while many of his westernmost counties were besieged by Red Turban rebels who were following at least the influence of King Fu Kang. And despite the ineptitude of the former intendant, we did attempt to break the rebels' grip on the western part of this circuit. Ultimately failing, we did have one of our generals captured, though I think that he was freed after the rebellion was put down, but we'll get into that. Let's just double check here. Yeah, Tenzin is free. So after that, the rebels, they defeated our army that went to go and relieve the fortresses in the west. Then the rebels marched towards Taiyuan and besieged the city successfully, which caused a heart attack in the previous intendant when he learned of what had happened. And so the emperor, in all his wisdom, the Huangdi Li Sui, named us as the new intendant of the Hedong province and basically told us, clean up the mess of your predecessor, Kong Zhaojian, if you are the great governor that everybody seems to claim you are. And well, clean up the mess we did, although we didn't necessarily do that ourselves. As the rebels were rampaging through the land, the leader of the rebels mysteriously disappeared, and we do suspect that may be have been part of the plot of Shui Hua and some of the other people in our court who managed to take care of the situation, shall we say, and that looks pretty good on good old Kong Zhaojian the Righteous, that he put down that rebellion in a mere month after he was named the intendant. Now, I want to address something that popped up in a comment last episode. Somebody had left a comment saying we would not, because we had given away some of these provinces to like Prefect Yingzheng and Hao Jia and some others. And somebody said, we wouldn't have given away Taiyuan if we had known the importance of it. We did not give away Taiyuan. And for those of you who are not fully caught up on to the Chinese history, of which I certainly am not, and I had to go and look this up a little bit. But Taiyuan is actually a very important city, extremely important. In fact, it was often the capital or co-capital of various dynasties ruling over China. It is in fact sometimes known as Longcheng, or the Dragon City, because of that. And so this city, along with Luoyang and Chang'an, I know I'm pronouncing this one wrong, but regardless, these three cities were kind of the typically named as important capitals, and even the Empress Wu Shetian named Taiyuan as, I believe, her co-capital during the Tang period, so at one of the zeniths of this Tang period. So the Dragon City is still in our hands, and I do think that because of the importance of this city, we are going to... Oh yeah, we will be able to do that in just a moment. So I'm going to let time roll for a moment here. I think another month needs to pass. And we are going to move our capital to the Dragon City. And it's actually fascinating to think that although Zhaojian was granted this city, or granted this province, perhaps as I don't think this was a reward by the emperor, maybe a test by Li Sui to see if we could really do it. If we could manage this situation. And manage the situation we absolutely did. And so, well, I mean, there is still some rebels here in Nan, and we will try to deal with them. We certainly are going to try to deal with them, but we took care of the biggest rebel army there. So, yeah, I think it's interesting to think that, now Zhao Jian has been granted one of the most important cities in all of China, really. And so, yeah, at first I was a little let down by getting the Hedong province because I did want Qingshu, but now that we're in charge of the Dragon City itself, I'm coming around to it. Though I still do want to get Qingshu at some point because that's got the more Confucius connection. But yeah, this is not too bad, and I wonder if the Huangdi might at some point start to worry about this upstart man from a very important dynasty who now rules the Dragon City. Well, we'll see. We'll see how these things play out. We still got our core provinces up in the north that are going to be, delivering us plenty of gold and things like that. But Taiyuan here is slightly out of control. So we're gonna need to get Ying Zhang on that. That seems like something that this guy is probably good at doing, getting control in a place like that. Shihua will, continue to keep an eye on the realm, and then we've got our various guys here doing what they do best. So yeah, that's the current situation. We do have a couple things that I want to take care of. We are going to want to deal with this rebel Freya Somchi of Nan, Fuchaiket, yeah, of this Fuchaiket dynasty. It's an interesting thing going on here because he's got. Where are the Thai people? Oh yeah, these are the Thai people. So he's from, this is like Thailand essentially. Yeah, well, can we? He's got such a big army. The thing is, we can't really get alliances in China. So, even if we marry off our kids, it doesn't necessarily give us alliances. You'll see there that I'm not giving any alliances. Just a feature of China, I imagine. So we can't get alliances, but we can get help in other ways. But yeah, we'll need to deal with that. But one thing that we could do is make a request. Now, we can't make a request of Sao Che, I don't know, whatever. We can't make a, a request of Minister Sao because he is, we already made a request of him. But we do have a disciple, Governor Zhang Mao. Oh my gosh. And what I want to do is ask for a minute arms regiment. He will accept by 1. So we already have 800 plus men-at-arm regiments. That is absolutely not true. We have 100 men-at-arms and no provincial armies, so I really don't know what he's talking about here. Regardless, we're gonna make that request of him because that's going to be rather good for us. We'll see what we can get. I'm hoping it's gonna be a decent one. There we go. Ooh, we got some crossbowmen. So looks like we're going heavy on the heavy on the archery here. I'm totally fine with that. These guys are good against skirmishers. Heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, spearmen, and peasant militia. Well, these guys are packing light footmen and special soldiers. Light footmen, yeah, count as skirmishers. So our archers are going to be good against them. The Shen Begong are not going to be as good, but still useful because, yeah, they're pretty decent. Ooh, these guys have siege, actually, which is cool. We're going to station them. We'll station them in Taiyuan, make them even stronger. That's going to boost them up a decent amount, I imagine. Yeah, look at that. So they're getting a nice little boost over there. So, yeah, not too bad. That'll boost our troop count. We do not have very many troops. Part of this guy's army is he's got a bunch of mercenaries there. So I'm hoping that the mercenaries will go away. That's going to cut him down by 750. His special soldiers, yeah, he's got a lot of troops. It is concerning. So, but we're going to have to try to deal with that. We can send Kong Guangsi to the children examination. 55% chance that he passes, 44 that he fails. But he's only 9 years old, so yeah, I mean we could send him in. I think that we might try this anyways. Because he can do it every 3 years. So if he can try when he's 9. If he fails, he can try again when he's 12. If he fails, he can try again when he's 15. So we're gonna give him 3 shots at it. But it would be probably pretty impressive if this 9-year-old could pass, and it's a slightly better than 50-50 shot. So we're gonna do that. He passed the examination. Oh man, we got a genius kid. That is absolutely delightful, and that means that he can already attempt to go for the yeah, so he's passed the children examination. So even at this young age, I believe he can attempt to participate in the provincial examinations at 9 years old. Very, very impressive. That was a yeah, I'm glad that worked out. Command family to attend examinations. Your family will independently attend examinations. Yeah, because I don't think can we make him go do any other? I think we'll just do this option, attend exams. Your family will independently do it, so we'll say, you know, we'll get the kid to go and do it when the time comes. We could petition the Huangdi. Wonder if what we can petition him for here. Court position, provincial house rights, grant house governor. Oh, what is... Request the office of Hedong to stay within your house. Oh. Oh, this is how you do it. Liege must hold it. Oh, no. Okay, you can't ask... Well, you might be able to ask specific ones, but your liege must hold a vacant governorship. All right, so maybe that doesn't do exactly what we thought, but this would be really good if we did get a hold of Qingshu. So something to keep in mind. But regardless, our son is a genius, and well, he's not technically a genius, but he's pretty good. Absent instructions, the matters that the head of a household must tend to are endless, and today my responsibilities meant that I was unable to oversee Kong Guangsi's daily lesson. Returning significantly later than planned, I find Kong Guangsi sitting placidly, rising from his seat. He greets me warmly. I was quiet and waited for you the whole day. Oh my god. You are a delightful child. Patient is a perfect... Ooh, diligent. If you have time to spare, spend it in study. Maybe we have this. Maybe we... Ooh, that gives them nice... That gives them some real nice bonuses there. Learning, that boosts the learning. But man, this diligent gives him... You know, he's going to be stressed. The kid's going to be suffering from a lot of stress. But look at those bonuses: diplomacy, stewardship, and +3 learning. I think we have to tell this kid, you're gonna need to study hard if you want to achieve what you need. And then look at this: Zhong Hao goes and makes him even better. So kid's turning out pretty good, even though we're being fairly hard on him, I would say. So yeah, that's all good. We gain another learning lifestyle. Guess we're gonna go down here with restraint. Not really that useful, but we want to go and grab a full of body if possible. Live a long time. Ooh, there's a rebel right outside of Luoyang. Or are they gonna go to try to siege Luoyang right after that? That is not good to see. Inspiration strikes. You are losing Liangzhe. Well, that's expected. We're not even eligible for them right at the moment, I don't think, anyways. So we just got appointed. One thing that I was considering doing, somebody left a good suggestion, and that was to see if, oh, we can also do an inspection. But it was to do a funeral for Li Chang. So this is our grandfather-in-law, and he was a close friend of us, and he was the one who basically got us started in our in our upward rise. I mean, he married his granddaughter to us, despite the fact that we held no position, we held no lands. You know, we came from a prestigious family lineage, but we didn't have anything beyond that. We were poor, and yeah, I think there's something to be said for honoring Li Chang for what he did for us, and I think we would truly mourn this man. Manage guests. I mean, the Huang Di won't come, but many ministers will come. I mean, Li Chang was a very well-respected man. I mean, you know, he was a little lazy and craven, so maybe he wasn't respected that much, but, you know, compassionate. Maybe he was more well-liked. Elusive shadow. He was a competent governor, and a schemer, so maybe I don't know how to say his reputation was. You know, his diplomacy's good, his intrigue's good, so he was probably a very excellent politician. Yeah, well liked, maybe somewhat respected as well. But regardless, I do think that we could honor him. That's a huge cost. Dignified ceremonials. Man, this is so much. This is such a big chunk of our money, but from the roleplay sense of things, I do think that this is worthwhile, just to honor this, and like this also boosts Zhao Jian in terms of like how people see him as well, because he's honoring, you know, a minister, you know, who was, you know, this guy who like brought him up and like all this kind of thing. So it looks good on Zhao Jian, and also from a emotional and personal perspective, Zhao Jian would want to honor this man. So you know what? I'm gonna cash out 75% of our gold here. Well, no, not 75%, but a good chunk of it. Right here. Mourn, befriend, seduce. No, mourn is fine. Let's start that funeral. I think it's worthwhile to do this here. Yeah, the money thing, it is what it is. Oh nice. The Zhong Hao has actually been a good steward. This guy, he probably goes and breaks skulls, you know, in between lessons here, but that is that is what we brought him around for. So. Such is what it is. All right, let's see how things are continuing on here. How's the Oh, the Imperial Army. Is that the Imperial Army? I don't think that is the Imperial Army. That's some army, the army of Lin Zhao. Yeah, okay, a couple armies are gonna come and deal with this rebels. The rebel army as they're besieging Luoyang, and actually partially they had gotten a good third of the way in. So yeah. Alright, but the rebels were defeated there. Not unexpected. Not sure if we've got any. Yeah, we do have a small rebel army here in the south. The south has just been a hotbed of rebel activity. Another rebel army in the south here. What do we got? Arranged betrothal. To the implacable Kong Zhao Jian, I would like permission to betroth your daughter, the sensible Kong Zhengzi. Minister Zhu Xiaowei. Consumption, drunkard, desert warrior, zealous, paranoid, wrathful. I just don't know. No, he is a minister. He's the minister of war. I don't think so. This is, it's hard to say no to a minister. But I don't know. Zhao Jian's a very compassionate man. I don't think he likes war, and I don't think he likes people who like war. And this guy absolutely likes war. You know, the only times he's not drinking is when he's warring. So we're gonna decline even if we do offend the important minister here. Oh, what is this? Doddering magistrate, governance issue. My judgment as governor is needed. We can't do that. Oh, because we're busy preparing the funeral, but we should. That should last long enough for us to go and take care of it at a later point. Ooh, some rebels up here sieging down Huayan. Inheritance. You inherited the district of Shuyang from Magistrate Zhu Jia. Zhu Jia died? Oh, no. He died of stress. Well, rest in peace, Zhu Jia. What did that give us? Oh, Shuyang. Okay, so it gave us the small city over here outside of Taiyuan. Well, I guess we'll hold on to it. We could probably give away Dingjiang here because we do need to give away a title. Wang Jiyi has been good to us. Got some younger people here. Chengzong, Shangzi. I want to keep Shanzi around. Ren Qing is a somewhat capable. Zheng Yao. Wang Chuzi. Ren Shi. Some of these guys are courtiers. This guy, he's a war guy. Wouldn't. If it's a city, we should give it to somebody who's like a decent. Well, yeah, let's see. Oh, Nijaraya. Nijaraya. We could keep him as our fiscal commissioner. Put him in charge of, yeah, that's not too far from our capital, to be fair. He becomes our vassal. Yeah, alright. He should still remain, yeah, there we go. So he's a magistrate now. Well done. To prove yourself, Nijaraya. More so than many times told. Okay, this guy's troops are way down now. Look at that. That seems like it might be possibly more feasible once this activity is over. I demand your courtier Hong Li as tribute. His skills and extensive knowledge of shadowy rumors will serve my court well. Hong Li. Sure, you can have him, Emperor. Don't really care about that guy. Let's let time roll on. Shanzi bribes with his rival Chong Li. Brawls with him. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretense of propriety, the inconsolable Li Xiaolao, my wife and the granddaughter of the deceased, gazes out into nothingness before her. Not a tear falls from her eyes, not a word passes her mouth until she turns to me. Heaven can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind yet still blow? Why does the sea continue its push to shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for waters? The end of days is upon us. My grandfather is dead. While there's life, there is always hope, we say. And that will absolutely work. 99% chance she is comforted by our wise words. And indeed, why would she not be? The sorrowful line marches on. The line to have a last moment with Li Chang. A last whisper, a last long goodbye, a last nothing. Yeah, this man who, you know, the grandfather of our wife, he was once the intendant of Hedong as well. And just a good man. Wait, this wasn't the guy who was before us though, right? Title history. He was, yeah, it was a different one. He was the one before that, Li Chang. So this province was, that's actually, that's kind of cool as well, if you think about it. I'm coming around to Hedong, even though I do want Qingshu. But, yeah, Li Chang, our grandfather-in-law, the man who brought us up, was the previous intendant before Li Jingwen. And Li Jingwen was obviously terrible at his job, and then we were appointed at that. So, yeah, kind of cool. All will hear my grief. Oh yeah, stress loss. Make a speech promising to carry on his will. Speak of his virtues. Yeah, let's speak of his virtues. Maybe the stress loss would have been nice. In the quiet corners of the temple, I overhear Prefect Chen Yan of Yizhao chatting with a group of mourners. We all have fond memories of Li Chang. I was just talking about the time I gained the prefecture of Yizhao and one other. He says, tell me, do you have any memories to share? The memories are too painful. Ooh, that's big stress loss. How could I forget? The memories are too painful. I gotta take that stress loss. That was a huge stress loss. And he was our friend. So maybe the memories are indeed too painful. Okay, well, losing Ling Nan. I'm fine with that. I don't want Ling Nan. So we have a moment with our thoughts. Oh, nice stress reduction. We needed that. Stress was getting us pretty bad. Zhao Shun. Gained. Before me, a feasting table stocked high with all manner of food and drink, as if intended Li Chang were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before parting. Magistrate Qian Shizhuang. The fact that I might have possibly pronounced that vaguely. No, that's probably still wrong because of all the little accent markers, but or the tone markers. But regardless, anyways, to Li Chang, he was one of the greats. Great indeed, and I will be greater still. No. To Li Chang, speak a quiet prayer. Yeah, let's speak a quiet prayer. There we go. Look at that, boys. Zero stress. I and other mourners take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. Sun Kui of the Sun family, usually the lifeblood of any feast, now sits across from me, misty-eyed. A drunkard here. How can we make ourselves fat and merry at times like this? Are we to enjoy ourselves while Li Chang has nothing? Join me, empty your cups and a libation. We should join in the offering. Konggong comes of age. She has not become proficient as expected in the administration, but she's not a complete wastrel. She grows up fast, and that does mean that she can be wed to Tang Ling Xiang of the Tang Dynasty, whose grandfather was once a minister. So there's that. From the proposal. House relations improved. Well, that is absolutely great. Let's keep going here. All eyes fall upon Fan Yu as he falls to the ground in lamentation. I offer comfort. I can only mourn in my own way. I think we shall mourn in our own way. If that had been somebody important to us, maybe I would have done something differently there, but let's continue here. Now the time has come to commit him to the hereafter. I can hardly bring myself to look upon him, but nonetheless, we shall do our duty and see him off to his final resting place. What is the afterlife and, you know, what I mean, they talk about heaven a lot when they, you know, just in the flavor text when it comes to the Confucian religion and way, like, I guess it's partially a religion, partially a philosophy, right? From my understanding of it. But yeah, what does the afterlife mean in this belief system? I'm curious. Regardless, there we go. The Huang Di is holding an examination. Is our kid like going to these or what? Maybe not. Maybe he could try, but in any case, I think we're gonna take care of some of these things. The axiom that comes with that age comes with wisdom and experience does not have apparently held true for the clerks of Shijiao, who have collectively sent multiple pleas to my office begging that their superior, who is of particular venerable age, Aojia, are you not doing your job right? He is the magistrate, is he not? No, he's the prefect. The magistrate is Maybe the magistrate is somebody else. This delicate issue that I should handle personally. There is some danger. Anko could do a good job, but I don't want to really. Yeah, let's reduce it just a little bit, but I don't really want to spend a ton of money from the treasury because I want to keep building that treasury up. We're gonna need to deal with the rebels over here. And then how's our army looking? It's building up. We're gonna be at only like 800 men, so we're absolutely gonna need some mercenaries to help us along here. It feels as if I could have lived an entire second life in the time that it takes the ancient functionary to rise from his seat and perform the customary greetings. Great job also, Paradox, on the flavor text for a lot of these. They, maybe they could have done something better with the debates, but most of these events have great flavor text. His slow bow seems to cause him profound difficulty, and he holds it for so long that I have yet to contemplate whether that might be the end of him here and now before two of the clerks hurry forward to help him straighten upright. So this is not Haujia who is doing this. Give his duties to someone else, but let him retain the position. His age has compromised its ability for some out. No, let him continue the stable limit. This seems to be the best option, and it does come to us because we have the good governor trait. Let's absolutely take that option there. All right, I think the Merchants Guild. My entourage is traveling through Pingyao. We end up in a conversation with a representative from the local Merchants Guild, an enthusiastic and charismatic man named Hua Jia. From Hedong, you say? We have actually been interested in setting up a workshop in Mianshang. Wouldn't happen to be able to do us a favor? Well, he gives us a wink. I don't think we have too much respect for merchants. Give me the money. Rather, tell me about your business in Fair City. Yeah, let's just learn. I have arrived home, which is good. We've got the troops. Do we have enough money to hire a decent enough amount of mercenaries? We have enough to hire the hand band of Hanzhou, which could be enough. How many troops? 838, I think. I think that would be enough to take him on. He's got money too. He's got those special soldiers, but I don't know how strong those special soldiers are going to be. I think that our troops are basically... No, let's let our army build up to full. Wait just a touch longer here. Li and Zhao. Is this... Yeah, I guess the farmer intendant's kid's in our court? Oh yeah, look at this kid. He's got 14 learning, 12 diplomacy. Even his stewardship's 9. He's not a good fighter, though. He doesn't need to be. Clear all that. Don't need to see that. Okay, soldiers are building up. I'll wait maybe 1 or 2 more months, but I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good about this. We got 188. I'm also tempted to build up our family domicile. You should also go and look up the actual Kong estate, which is here in Chufu. Go and take a look at that on Wikipedia because yeah, this estate that we've put in this right place is actually like a historical building that you can... I don't know if you can go inside if it's like museum style, but it is a historical building that exists to this day from what I'm aware. Yeah, interesting. All right. Kong Guang's stewardship has increased to 10, and his learning's at 15. And how old's this kid? He's 11. Come on. It's brilliant. All right. Yeah, that's probably enough. I think we need to... The Tai Confederacy... No! Oh, we waited too long. Come on. I don't think that the 6,000... Oh, no. I should have just done it, but how could I have possibly have known that? They would have to march their armies so far. Oh man, I don't know if we would be able to pull that off, but they would have to march their armies all the way up through here. All the way up through here, up to there. I don't know. Oh man, that is a real pain in the ass. I don't know if we would know that this guy has like a huge backup force coming for him. And frankly, our plan was to attack him once we had our troops filled up. I'm just going to risk it. I'm hoping that we can somehow pull off a big victory before those other troops get here. If they do, it is what it is. I don't think we can just sit around. We'll seize the de jure province. I think this is the best way to do it. Yeah, I think we have to do this. His force is obviously far superior, but I think we have to try this right now because, one, yeah, I don't see any reason why we would know that he's like, that troops from like half the continent away would, you know, be coming to his aid here. So I think we do that. We raise up all of our armies. Actually, we disband all of our armies. We switch, move the rally point to Taiyuan. Then we raise up all of our armies. The hand band of Yi Zhao is actually increased. Maybe we need more troops now. What's the most we can pull in? We can dump 200 into getting a better mercenary force, like the hand. This might be better. Because we can dump, supplement the treasury. This is important. This is actually highly important. Right click the transfer. And ban. Yeah, there we go. So we transferred a bunch of money. Let's hire these guys for 3 years. We got a pretty strong leader. Oh wait, is it? Oh yeah, no, they're not special mercenaries, right? They're just okay, they're right here. So we got our 25,000 troops led by Haojia. Nice. Yeah, look, they're declaring war on us as well, but I mean, we might be able to take them kind of one at a time if we can defeat their armies fast enough. Oh, that is such a pain, though. Come on. All right, we got to take down their army first. Which one's his capital? Raya. What the? You gotta be kidding me. His capital is just like suddenly down. Oh my god. He somehow, what did he inherit? This is just a freaking pain. Oh, look, his troops are going to be so far down. All right, I guess. Oh, man. All right, so he's not even rallying his troops up there. So that means, I guess, what do we do? I guess we go and... What? We only need 53 troops to do the siege there? Okay. If you say so. Let's go and... Growing strong, Yuan Gui. Growing strong. That's good. Drop off some troops there. I'll take the hit on the we're not dropping off too many troops. The burden of expectation. Children are learned best by emulating the adults around them, a principle that Kong Guangsi's tutors and servants have begun to embrace wholeheartedly, holding me up as a beacon to motivate and guide his development. Somewhat troublingly, this may have imparted the wrong message to Guangsi, as I now often see a shadow of doubt on his face. Question everything? No, we don't want him paranoid. No, we definitely don't want him sadistic. Oh, no. Paranoid's better than sadistic, though, that's for sure. Oh, his stress is gonna be through the roof. Diplomacy down. That does boost his intrigue. Dread gain. Ugh. That is rough. We just try to get all 4 of them at once? Like, where is his troops gonna be? Can we, like, call on anything? Okay, there's a local dispute. You can vassalize Countess Low fuel obligation. Who is this? Countess. Oh, she would accept vassalization. This was one of the rebels, but we could bring her into the fold. I think that maybe we do. Yeah, let's bring her in. I think maybe the Emperor will be pleased that we've brought this rebel. Well, I don't know, maybe not, but regardless, I think we should do this. Can we make a request for men-at-arms? He won't accept. There's just no way we can get like more allies, right? Ah, man, this is rough. The tension between the Dianists and the ignorant Theravadans escalates day by day, Your Excellency. My investigating censor, Shihua, exclaims, the simple Theravadan monks are praying for our downfall. Please, for the sake of heaven, make it clear that you stand with the unsusceptible Dianists. Oh, Nijaraya and Shihua are going against each other. How should I care how heaven is venerated? The Theravadans. The Dhyanians. What are the Dhyanians? That's Buddhist. The Theravadans are also Buddhist, correct? Yeah, they are. I don't know which one we would pick. Why should I care how heaven is venerated? Chongji loses. Oh no, I don't know what to pick here. Maybe we go with the Dhyana? This might seem wishy-washy, but I just don't think that we would choose between the two of these here. Okay, I am going to break off here just to get all these troops in. Alright, so Hedong has expanded a little bit, which is good. We'll take a little bit of a hit on the 100 casualties is a big hit, actually, but I want to get enough of these going. Just this is such a pain that they're all going against us. You do not stand alone in conflict. Oh, this is good. I have commanded Commandant Bai Wen Liang to immediately gather his forces and assist us. How many troops does he have? 722. Well, we need more, but thank you. Just really want to kind of keep an eye on the enemy. If they're getting close, we're going to have to pull some troops back in. Where can we? I don't know if we can see them. Another learning lifestyle perk. Let's grab Know Thyself. Gonna be, I guess maybe not that useful, but somewhat useful. Okay, come on. Can we pull off something big here? Unfortunately, we don't have any siege equipment, which is not helping anything, but oh, we should get commanders on all of these armies, right? Especially if they're siege commanders. Do we have any crappy old siege guys hanging around? Nope. So let's just get the commanders in charge of all these armies anyways. Yeah, we got some there. We need somebody in charge. Captain GE should be in charge of that one. And then our best captain, Algia, is in charge of the army down here. Our son has learned the Tamil language. Could you learn... Oh, we can influence his personality towards compassionate. I want to try to do that. I'd like him to turn out compassionate if possible. Let's see if he does. Oh my gosh. How did he die from stress? Well, I know how he died from stress. That is actually hilarious. That is actually not hilarious, but oh no. So influencing his personality, it must have caused this. I know he took like a couple stress hits, but there's no way his stress was like that high. I mean, I guess with paranoid. Oh my gosh, he must have been. Maybe he was just taking a. I guess I didn't look. Can we see the stress on our kids here? Where does it show it on? Like, my God, crazy. Oh, that is. Oh man, that is insane. He was turning out so good. Oh man. Shaozong. All right. Well, Guangsi. Well, we've broken the line because Guangsi was actually the historical son of Jiao Jian. So when we get a dynasty legacy now, great. Come on. Let's continue down the virtues path here. Oh my gosh, that is rough. Jeez. Can't believe it. Guangsi. Oh man. I didn't think there was no way for me to like have the sense of like he was so close to stress. Obviously I knew that, but I've never ever seen one of my kids die from too much stress in Crusader Kings 3. Like that has never happened. Well, at least we have other kids, so let's prioritize some stress loss options here, maybe, if possible. Wonder where these Thai armies are. Okay, our allies are coming in, thankfully. Hopefully they have some siege equipment. That would be nice. We might possibly be able to actually siege down these things before the Thai armies get here, but maybe I need to knock on wood because things are... Oh man, that is gotta hurt for Zhao Jian. To lose his son that he was like, you know, that he was putting up on this pedestal. But maybe he's learned a lesson from that. Maybe his ambition was not tempered enough by his compassion for the pressure that he was putting on his own son. Ouch. Well, yeah, that is rough. Okay, I think we might get at least some of these sieges done. That's gonna be good. And then once those other armies get in here, that'll be even better. Okay, so let's get this siege done, and then we'll bring those troops back over to here. Pull everybody in. This one's gonna finish soon as well. There we go. Pull you into there. Okay, these guys are gonna finish their siege. This siege is almost done, so we might have all of these places sieged, which is good. Arranged a betrothal. Ooh. Oh no, I don't think we can turn this down, you guys. I don't think that we can literally refuse the emperor. Does he have a current wife? I don't think he does. I think he has concubines, but I don't think he has a wife. He wants to make our daughter, this would essentially make her the empress, right? I don't think this is to say that she's going to be his concubine, right? Will not result in an alliance. Like to betroth your daughter. I don't think he has a wife right now. Just concubines? Yeah, like I don't see any option to click through here. I think we have to accept. Oh, there it is now. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, we had to accept that one. No, obviously there. Okay, there's the armies. Yeah, okay. Bring these troops in. The siege is gonna be hopefully done before they get here. Oh, that's a big army. How many days? Oh, how many days? 31 days left. I don't know if we got enough time. 24, 23, 22. This one's gonna be done even longer. Oh God. I think we need to bring. Let me do some calculations here. Okay. Is it gonna tell me how long? Okay, they're going to, so that's 4 days. And then another couple days. Oh, but this would be a good place to hold because it's a river crossing. And if we can get the siege done, oh no. Okay, can we leave? Can we leave like 13 troops to hold the city so we don't lose that, and then send the rest of them here? 13 troops holding the siege. Let's send the rest of them here. Okay. If we can get this, 8 days left. Oh, how long is this gonna take? Because we're gonna get the defender bonus. This might be just enough. Oh man, this could be absolutely, no. Oh, the siege was just won. Oh, that was so close. Can we bring in our troops in time? These guys are gonna get here in but a moment to reinforce. Boom. Algia. Ooh. I don't know, but they've got another 1,500 coming in. 700 here. I don't know, guys, if we're gonna be able to pull off like a miracle. It would be a miracle to pull this off, but we got the bonuses. Oh, this guy's a good commander, though. What is this? Sure. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull off a victory here, especially with all those troops coming in. This, oh man, I wish they hadn't become a confederation, and I really wish that Guangxi hadn't died. But I think that regardless of all that, I'm going to end the episode here on this absolute cliffhanger. I don't know if we win this battle. Maybe these 700 troops come in and somehow we pull it off, but they're gonna outnumber us so massively. We're at 72%. Maybe we wipe peace out. Oh man, I just don't know. Anyways, leave your comments down below what you guys think we should do, because I don't know how this is gonna go. But until the next one, Wanderers, thank you for watching.